Good afternoon. My name is Alexandra Cliff, and I am a student in the Department of Psychology at Eastern Kentucky University. I'm interviewing for the position of mental health counselor. Before I get started, I would like to thank you for this incredible opportunity to speak with you today. It is really a passion of mine to help people, and I hope that before we're done here, you have an understanding of who I am and why I am a perfect fit for this job. The requirements of this job are a bachelor's degree of any field, a PhD in mental health counseling, and a state certification. As you can see, the education for this job is very extensive and rigorous in nature, but I love a good challenge. Selection into a PhD program is very selective, therefore you must have an excellent GPA and GRE score to attend. I currently have a 2.75 GPA, and I have plans to increase it so that it meets the competitive standards. I will be taking the GRE in the fall, and I will be taking it as many times as possible to get the best score. In my current living situation, I am completing my bachelor's degree online due to my military duties. I will be searching for the best co-ops and internships I can. I will have many letters of recommendations from Navy contacts, as well as professors for my undergraduate degree and supervisors for my future internship. I am planning on getting involved in some kind of research study in mental health as well. Although these requirements are meant to weed out people who aren't fit for the job, anyone who is willing to study and work hard can obtain a degree. I believe that to actually be qualified for this position, you must have the intangible thing that cannot be taught. To put it into words, I would describe it as heart. Mental illness is very serious, and you have to take care of the people that you see. You can't give up on them. You have to complete their treatment. And to do what is best for them, you have to put aside your personal life. At times, it can be very challenging. Mental health counseling isn't for the faint of heart. So now I'd like to talk to you about who I am and why this job is meant for me. I'm currently 22 years old and serving on active duty for the United States Navy. I work 60 to 80 hours a week, as well as go to school full time. And so I'm used to working hard. My job is basically the Navy's equivalent to a police officer, so I put my life on the line every single day. I'm stationed in New Orleans, Louisiana, and it is the first time I've lived anywhere except for Edgewood, Kentucky. Up until I enlisted, I lived in the same house on the same street for 20 years of my life. I was itching at the chance to get away from Kentucky and to see the world. I have a very curious mind, and I love the idea of not just experiencing another one's culture, but living in it. New Orleans definitely isn't the last stop on my traveling train, but it has been eye-opening in regards to mental health. Louisiana is one of the poorest states in the United States, and the homeless population is incredibly high. It's known that there's a strong correlation between homeless populations and mental health. I can't even describe with words the things I've seen go on down here. It really sickens me that despite the ever-growing economy of New Orleans, not much of the wealth gained is spent into programs that this state really needs. Now I'd like to talk to you about my family. I have a typical broken American family home. Divorced parents, siblings from different mothers, a multitude of internal issues. My mother is a recovering alcoholic and drug addict. She also suffers from severe depression and anxiety. My father also suffers from all the same things. I was raised by my grandparents who, despite their best efforts, were not the warmest people. My grandma was very vain in nature. I try not to, but I'm very insecure at times, even in young adulthood. My grandpa was a tough man, and it was really hard for him to show affection. So that affection that I was longing for from a father, I did not receive. He passed away from cancer. He battled with cancer almost my whole life, so it's very hard for me to grow attached to people. These are just a few of the aspects of my life that have shaped me. I could go on all day about my own mental health or lack thereof at times. The point I'm trying to make is that my life so far has set me up for an extraordinarily my life at times has set me up to be extraordinarily capable of dealing with such an intense career field. I'm not sitting up on my ivory tower looking down upon the insane. I understand because I've lived in pain and I've suffered in ways that make me strong enough to control my emotions, but wise enough to understand that it's okay to feel them. I know where the line is drawn between healthy feelings and mental illness because I've tiptoed along those lines many times. According to careersinpsychology.org, mental health counseling is meant to be a short-term solution to help people to get through rough patches in their life. I'm the best of both worlds. I can speak from experience, and I have the intelligence to know that experience is not enough. I hope that I provided you with the information that you're looking for today, and I'm looking forward to speaking with you again.